So how often have you used as many as 50 minions in your clan war attack? In this video, we will be looking at 3 different army compositions that are extremely base dependent, and you need to identify a proper base if you want to use those attack strategies. You cannot just use it anywhere. So let this show begin. Namaste everyone, this is Asquare and welcome to another Town Hall 9 War Attack Strategies video. So before I begin this attack, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new by hitting that subscribe button down below. So in this attack that we'll see, the first attack that we'll see in this video is a mass minion, queen walk mass minion attack strategy. As you can see in the army composition ostentative, the grid ostentative is using 50 minions for this attack. So he's using some of the initial minions basically to take down some of the free trash buildings that he can. Obviously it's a very good idea to do that. And then he dropped like one Valkyrie over here and one wizard over here. The Valkyrie is tanking for that wizard as well as helping to create that funnel for the queen. So what is the base identification for this mass minion attack strategy? It's basically a Lalo. It's basically a queen walk Lalo, but in that Lalo, the majority of the portion of the troops is the minions. You don't take as many balloons, but you take minions. So what he did is that he will start his queen walk from a particular direction, and his aim, let me just pause the video. His aim, yeah, let's play it. His aim in this, while he is looking at this base, the base identification for this attack strategy is the wizard tower farm over here. You can see all the 4 wizard towers are accessible by a queen walk. So whenever you are like looking at a base like this in which all the wizard towers are arranged in this fashion, or maybe something like a different but are very close by and can be taken down by the queen walk if the queen walks into a particular compartment. Like here, if the queen walks into this compartment, she can access all the 4 wizard tower and she can take it down. So that is what is the base identification for this base. If you can identify this base, you can do a mass minion queen walk mass minion attack strategy on this base. So what he did is he created some initial funnel with the Valkyrie and wizard, and then some of the funnel at 6 o'clock direction with his king and some wizard party, and he's constantly using the raid spell to make sure that the queen is up and running. Queen already took 2 wizard towers already, and that was a fantastically positioned jump spell that granted the queen the access to all the 4 air defense. In my opinion, yeah, they will probably jump once again or not maybe. So the queen already took down, is like logged on to the 3rd wizard tower already, and now he will start with his Lalo portion. As you can see, it's basically a Lalunian, back-end Lalunian. So the minion portion is very strong in this attack. There comes all the minions that is there, and yeah, he obviously won't deploy all the minions. He will keep some of the minions for the back-end to deploy at some of the like the trash building that is like maybe left or maybe can be dangerous, something like that. So these minions are the ones that will be killing the queen. So there is no problem thinking about how would you kill the queen. You just have to worry about the queen walk taking care of all the wizard towers, and the balloons will take care of the red bombs over there. As you can see, this group of balloon will soak up, I think, 2 of the 1 air bomb and 1 air mine. So you don't have to worry about that the minions would die to the red air bombs. What would I do if minions die to red air bomb? You have to deploy balloons intelligently so that they stay in front of minions always, and they tank for the red bombs and all those attacks, funny traps. Moving on to the second attack strategy. So right off the bat, when you will see this attack, you will notice that, see this space, you'll notice that this space has exposed air defenses, and dragons exploit the exposed air defenses in a most efficient way. So this is what exactly Deepak would do in this attack. So he would like take down these 2 air defenses that you can see at 3 o'clock area, one by his queen and one by his king tanking those cannons and his hogs. He will use 3 hog riders to take down that air defense, and then he will use a very creative way of using, it's not creative, it's just a different way of using the balloons in the dragon attack. So second air defense is down, and the opponent has a CC lava hound, so you don't have to like deal with the CC lava hound. If you're doing an air attack, you can just pull it off on a corner, and so that it won't bother anyone in the raid. But with dragons, even you have to deal with it, is just fine. So the rest of the 2 air defenses Deepak will take care of by using the haste balloon combination. And what I really like about this deployment is that he uses like 1 balloon to dish out some of the traps, some of the red bombs over there, and so that his pack of balloons are not damaged and they can survive for a much longer period of time. That is what I really like to see, some intricate details. Notice the pattern of his balloon, his dragon deployment, first at the corners and then at the center of that ring, so that they can create a natural funnel for the dragons to go directly into the core with the queen. He took a CC, he took a CC max dragon and 2 max balloons. So no lava hound in this attack, because obviously there are no air defenses left, so you don't need a lava hound per se, because you don't want an unpopped lava hound in your raid. And one another thing that I really like about dragons, mass dragons, is that your army composition is pretty much the same. The two things that vary is the deployment of balloons and the usage of spells. We'll see the next attack in which the army composition will pretty much be the same, a slight variation obviously, but the spell variation is humongous. So Deepak seems like he will be swagging one rage spell, which I don't think that I realized before I am actually recording this. So he will swag one another rage spell in this attack, and Deepak is like recently like swagging a little too much. In my previous video I showcased the swags that our clan had in the previous clan war. You must go check it out if you haven't already. We had 3 spell swag from Theo last war, so you should definitely check it out. So this was the Masked Dragon attack strategy, and the base identification for this attack, if you want to use this attack strategy and this attack army composition, is you have to snipe off the exposed air defenses. Moving on to the third attack strategy. So when you take a look at this base, you will notice that this base also has kind of exposed air defenses, which you can exploit by dragons very easily. And if you'll see the army composition, it's pretty much the same. It's just the the spell variation that is varied greatly. So we'll see as to how Haydog actually used these 3 lightning spell and 1 earthquake spell. I think I featured this in my previous videos as well. So he deployed his queen at around this 5 o'clockish direction. We'll know it why. And then he will like maybe take down these 2 upper air defenses by his back and Lalo, and then he'll deploy his dragons from an area that is far off from these air defenses. So what he did is he deployed 3 of the lightning spells right at the center of these 3 air defenses. Let me just pause it, and an earthquake over it. But sometimes, just sometimes, if you do not deploy it with a slight degree of precision, an air defense with like this much of health might remain. And this is the exact reason, predicting that he used his queen right at this area, because she would eventually step up and take that air defense out for him. He deployed his dragons at around 3 o'clock area, far away from any of the air defenses, and he will use his baby dragon to basically clear out some of the buildings, a king at 12 o'clock and a minion at working some of the way. The queen is still working, he still has queen's ability in hand, and there goes the rage spell for the dragons to move forward into the core. And as soon as the dragon starts to come into the range of air defenses, he will deploy his back and Lalo. And notice the usage of balloons that we did in the previous attack, and notice the usage of balloons in this attack. The quantity of balloon is pretty much the same. I think Deepak used 13 balloons and Haydog used I think 9 or 8 balloons. So it's the usage that matters, and it's the base identification that matters. In that base, the air defenses were very far away from each other, and they were quite exposed. So in this base, the air defenses were 2 of the air defenses were like pretty close, and yet they were exposed. So you can like zap one of the pair of the air defense and then back and Lalo the other pair of the air defense. And this attack was executed really quickly and really well by Haydog. I hope that you guys enjoyed this attack and this video. If you did, then don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. This has been your host Asquare, and I'll see you in my next video.